Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. It can be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read, okay? All are welcome on this channel. All contributions are highly appreciated. Tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. Okay, collective, we're starting off with number 24, agreement. Spirit is saying there's a need for you to make an agreement with yourself. Okay, collective, there are some changes that you are desiring to see. There is some fruitfulness that you are desiring. Maybe things are drab in your relationships, your love life, your friendship, your finances. Maybe the energy in your home isn't right. You're feeling things are off balance. You're feeling like you're bored with what's going on. The Spirit is saying you need to make an agreement, that you are willing to participate in the change that you are desiring. The things that you want to obtain in your life, it is possible for you, but you have to make an agreement with yourself in order for you to bring these things or bring this energy into fruition, okay? Maybe you feel, like I said, maybe you feel the energy in your household isn't right. Maybe you feel like there isn't love in your household. I'm picking up on someone that's just saying the energy is drab. There's nothing happening here. And so you are desiring to see and experience more fruitful situations, okay? So Spirit is saying it's going to take the action of you, okay? Nothing is going to just drop into your lap out of nowhere. The next card we have is longevity. So collective, you could be working on things that will assist you in having longevity in your life, such as your health, because your health is your wealth. In your relationships, maybe you're working on your marriage. Maybe you're working on having more harmony and peace in your relationships. Okay, that could be also going on in the home front, inside your home. Maybe there's arguing, maybe there's a lot of quarreling between siblings, between you and your spouse. But either way, you are desiring to have more peace and more harmony. So Spirit is saying you need to make an agreement with yourself and the divine, okay, and your higher self in order to receive this longevity, because it is possible for you to have the change that you desire. But we must put in the work, okay? You take a step and the universe will take another step. Spirit, source, however you refer, according to your belief system. The next card we have here is positivity, okay? And so you could have air in your chart, okay? An air sign could be in your birth chart, sun, moon, or rising, or any placement. But in order for you to obtain this longevity, okay, you have to change your way of thinking. You have to have positive thinking process. Life is not perfect for anyone, collective. But whenever that stinking thinking come in, you have to tell it, hey, get the F out of here, you have to redirect your energy. Make sure you're doing your spiritual cleansing, making sure you're being positive on who you are allowing in your life, in your household. Ooh, somebody said in your earpiece. So be careful who you're having conversations with. That friend, that family member, whomever it is who loves to call you, text message you with all their issues, their baggage, and their problems. Spirit is saying it's time to let those people go or cut them short. Tell them you got somewhere to go or something's in the oven, or tell them, baby, I just don't want to hear it. And so it matters that you keep this positive energy in your life, in your household, especially if you are trying to improve on relationships. It is time for you to do things that will stimulate you in your growth and development, stimulate you in your health, in your love relationships, your friendships, the harmony in your household, the relationships that you have, and the communication with your children and other people who are around you. And so you have to take action in order to stimulate this process to bring this energy into fruition, okay? And Spirit is saying it is not that deep. Don't think it is deep as you think it is. It's very simple things like I just named. That friend or that family member who calls you with all their problems, stop allowing them to dump their mess on you, because it matters. They're transferring energy each and every time they call you with their issue and their problem. It's nothing wrong with being a listening ear, but every time I talk to you, you really got a problem? Nah, you gotta let them know you don't want to hear it, okay? Because it's planting seeds of doubt, and that energy, you're taking it into your daily life. You're taking it into your household, okay? And it plants those seeds of doubt and that low vibrational energy, it will magnify itself, when you communicate with people, when you deal with people, because you allow this person to spew all this negative energy, about what's going on in their personal life, which has nothing to do with you. Okay, so have boundaries. You have to have those boundaries if you want to have any type of success. And you have to You have to stop being a Care Bear collective, okay? You're going to hurt some feelings, you're going to ruffle some feathers, but you have to stop being a Care Bear. There's going to come a point, I don't care who you are, where you're going to have to hurt some feelings. You're not here to make everybody like you, and they ain't going to like it, they ain't going to like it, but they'll be okay, okay? So life is for the living, and nobody wants it more than you. Nobody wants you to be more happy than you. Nobody wants to see you successful but you. And so you're going to have to set some boundaries and make people respect them, period. Okay? Do not allow anyone to taint or interrupt your abundance. Okay? Not just in finances, in health, in happiness, the ability to communicate, the ability to be self efficient. You're going to have to set some boundaries in order to obtain these goals here. Spirit wants you to focus on love, okay? Focus on love. Love goes with positivity, okay? High vibrational things, things of love, okay? Not the negative, not allowing people to call you, with all the bad ish that's going on in their life, or their man or woman didn't come home, or what's going on their job. And no, work is work and home is home, okay? And so you want to be mindful of the energy that you allow into your home, around your family, around your children, because it matters, okay? It really does matter. Spirit wants you to remember to do some purification. Maybe you need to practice spiritual hygiene. Make sure you're doing cleansing. Your body, your hygiene, your home, okay? Whether you want to burn some sage, whether you want to say a prayer, make sure that you're practicing purification on a regular basis. Not with anxiety, not out of fear, but make sure you're practicing your spiritual hygiene. These things are very important. It's time for you to come into agreement with spirit, with your higher self, that you are ready to receive your longevity. You are ready to live a life of bliss and abundance. But in order to do that, you must make sure that you are staying positive and make sure you are surrounding yourself with high vibrational energy and frequency, because that is what will stimulate your growth. That is what will stimulate the idea of you attracting these things to you, the life that you so desire. That is what will assist you in maintaining your success, collective. All of these things that I'm placing before you, okay? And in order to maintain and obtain this abundance and have it flowing to you, it takes the consistency, the momentum over time will help you to sustain and be able to stay very well balanced and stay abundant in many areas, not just in finances. And so you have to make sure that you are dealing with things that put you in the space and place of love, loving yourself, loving those around you, doing things that'll make you feel good, not things that'll make you feel bad, okay? Having conversations that are fruitful, conversations about progress, about starting a business or how to save money or, new ideas, or maybe you have an invention. Make sure, if you do nothing else, that you are practicing your spiritual hygiene, okay? And so you or someone around you could have Gemini or air placement in your chart. But be mindful. All these things that you desire, they are obtainable for you. It is possible, but you have to come into agreement and stand on it 10 toes down. Set those boundaries and allow no one to cross them. Later.